So based on your unit profit, you know how many number you need to sell. And that is, when you have that in mind, that's what affects how you plan your strategy. How do we get more customers? Because these monies are going to come for customers. Because if you don't have customers buying the products and bringing profit into the business, you will be spending capital. Hello? This 5 million, you will continue to spend. If customers don't come to buy and bring profit to the business, you'll be spending capital. And in tech, they call it burn rate. If they calculate your cost, we can tell how long you can run with that before the money go finish. And you have already promised me that this money will never finish. Am I right? Yes, have you made that resolve? Yes, so that is the basic I think we can take on a financial planning. Make sure you have that written down for yourself. And then let's do the simulation. We close on this point. Hello. So let's picture each person in your writing material. Picture what a typical daily activity is for your business. From when you open your shop. Picture. I'm going to ask questions here. In 10 minutes or less, I'll be done. Picture a typical daily activity for your business. What does a typical daily activity is for your business to deliver the value that you have promised to deliver to the market or to your customers? So open your shop, shut your eyes, open your shop by 8. Have you opened? Have you opened? Who opened the store? Just tell me open now. If it's you, tell me it's me. If it's Amaka, tell me it's Amaka, the secretary. Who opened the store? I'm asking you. No, we're going somewhere. Who opened? Rita. I heard Rita. Who else? Mimi. Okay. So that sometimes can be you. Depends on the stage of the business. Or it can be a staff. I mean, you have grown a bit to be able to afford one worker. Now, let's get ready to serve customers for the day. Are your products ready? They are ready? Okay. Now, let's do this. Let's go to the point where transaction happens. How many of us do product business here? We are product-based. Very few. Service-based. Hey! Interesting. All right. But for all of us that are into service, at least you've been able to design your products. You know your pricing properly. How many of you, you've not been able to perfect pricing? Remember, the training does not end here. We're not going to let you finish this money. All those things where they happen before, it can never happen for this. You must encourage chief to keep doing this every year. Because if I miss all those kinds of way they happen for many of those many things, both government programs, I would rather go and buy jets. How can I give you generator to go and set up your life? You will sell it at the gate and keep going back to be begging. So we will change that narrative, are we? Yes. We will change that narrative. Now, if you have problem with pricing your products, you need to solve that, because that's where all of this is built on. So for the basic, you must know a product you have, the product you are selling, the price of the product you are selling. That is for keeping your sales record. Because it's from the product you sell. Is that not what you used to get money from the customer? I always say every other thing in business is costs. Decoration, costs. Workers, light bill, rent, advertising, transportation. The only thing that brings money in is sales. So all your investments in every other area, that's why I told you, careful about rent. Go and put lights that is turning like this. Sometimes you need to just rent that shop, make it decent, and pursue sales. We make the mistake a lot of time. Yeah, they go to follow you to the drugstore. Somebody will pay 2 years, he never know what he wants to say inside. Until the rent expire, they will not open the shop. I don't know what's wrong. Is it make her just secure and first? Make her secure and first. I've seen the one that we paid 2 years. He said 1 year later, I never open. I say, now money to buy goods for the store now they find. Are you okay? Why you not buy goods first they sell? At least there is hope that from selling the goods, you will make profit to be able to rent a shop. We keep putting the cart before the horse. I'll be the speaker. Where's our Englishman? You help me. So please, we need to correct. Many of them, not because they really mean bad. We not just know how to do the thing well. Some people can stay at home and they are making 100 million a month. They will open office 5 years later from excess profits, from properly managing the business. So manage your capital very well. So it is sales that gives you the power to attract money from the market into the business. Every other thing, Najejeti. That's why you must have a sound strategy to attract sales for the business. Very crucial. So what we want you to be able to capture in the minimum when the monitoring and evaluation starts is that you must be able to tell what your sales is. What did we sell? And how do you know what you sold at the end of the month? It's by having a record of what you sold on a daily basis that are recorded. When I go to many of these small stores in the streets, I tell the woman, do you keep record? They say, you see the way it be now, I want to keep record for you. I understand the situation, but I tell myself, if a big mall like ShopRite can keep record, a small one can also keep record. Because the truth is that if you don't start introducing all of these things, I told her, your body they cash you now because you're young. Can you keep doing this when you are 60? If we don't restructure this thing, you will be tired. And so far we start. I don't want to ever build a business on my energy. Your energy can drive it to a point, but there should be a system to sustain it. So that when you don't work, you feel still relax and say, manager, how much coming this month? He said, oh God, last, every 20 arrive. Not be roughly, now 7.5. I best send 1.5 to that person from my own corner. Iwala too much. It makes things easier. So you must build in a way that what you are building will last. So conclusion, ensure that you are capturing your sales every day. Just have a simple note, serial number, description of your sales, quantity, unit price, selling price. Have it. Once you have that, you can get your total on a daily basis. Very easy. Number 2, all your purchases you are making, record them. If you are keeping your sales record, but you are not keeping record of your purchases, you will not be able to determine your profit. You will be wrong about determining your profit. And this thing, it dey tire entrepreneurs where record keeping, it dey hard. So let me tell you some of the things I do. For different projects I manage, I have a WhatsApp group. And then I will add one of my staff to that WhatsApp group. Because sometimes on the go, you need to spend money. And you cannot sincerely say you want to write. And when you sit down, you are trying to remember what you spend. You must miss 1 and 2. So before I spend that money, maybe as I was coming, they need to buy 3 packs of water. I cannot go through those process. I'll just drop it on that WhatsApp group. 3 packs of water, 7.5. I'll spend it. You will record it. Because you are always on the move. So that way you are able to always capture your expenditure, your purchases, your expenditure, you capture your sales and income. Once you're able to capture those two, you'll be able to prepare your income statement on a periodic basis. And for the income statement, simple. Let's wrap up here. Just write in your paper this. This is the end of it. If you are able to capture your revenue, your income, and you're able to capture all your expenditures and your costs, your income statement, you don't need to be an accountant to prepare it. First line, revenue. Just write it, revenue. I know we have an accountant in the house. First line, revenue. Now, if you have a business that have 2, 3, 4 product lines, hello? You can have the different product lines under your revenue column. You can say sales of caps, sales of spring roll, if you want to separate it like that. You can have your different product lines outlined under your revenue. Meaning every time you sell, there must be a way you can identify what you sold by categorizing them so that you can write that. Then you have your total revenue. And if they now ask you, how much did we make from making bridal dresses? You'll be able to get that information. How much did we make from general fashion and design? You'll be able to also get that, because those are the key things you as a business owner use to orchestrate the growth of your business. After the revenue line, there's what they call the cost of goods sold. So the cost of goods sold area means that if I am into making of dresses, for example, or I'm into baking or confectionaries, all those things I bought to produce the product, those ones, they have a different class. That's where they put that one. Hello? Maybe I run a store or a restaurant and I bought drinks for sale. Then those ones are not really expenses. You put them under that cost of goods sold area. So that when you minus those things that you bought to produce the service or the product to sell, that's what gives you your gross. Hello? That's what gives you your gross. Then under your gross is where you now have your expenditure. Like all the other administrative expenses, operational expenditures, you now put that for you to be able to determine your net. Is it hard? No. It is difficult when you are not doing your keeping. If you are keeping your record on a daily basis of your sales and your expenditures, only you can use that format. It's the same anywhere in the world, to prepare your record and be able to analyze those data to improve your business. I think I will stop at this point so that we'll have time for the other things. If there's any question.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
I think this lecture is not just for the contestant. In fact, me personally, I've benefited so much from the very, very, very clear lecture. Let's put our hands together for our very intelligent facilitator. Yeah, I drafted a few things down. When he was mentioning, he talked about being reliable. He said, once this money gets to your hand, you might have some needs that will drag you. But if you are reliable, you don't know what the future holds. So many of you will be big girls and big boys after now, in your own context, though, not in our context, in your own context. But for those who are prudent, it's just as though the Christian biblical description of talents. Some were given 5, some 1, some 2, some 3. And then after a while, evaluation came in. Someone said, the one talent when you give me, it did not make any sense. So I don't go dig and pull for somewhere. It's always like that. There will be a time of reckoning. It's absolutely chief's discretion. Like what he said, we'll keep evaluating. You don't know what chief might decide tomorrow, okay? These people doing well, what can we do to improve their businesses? They have not failed for the last 2 years. What can we do? So being reliable is your biggest currency in this entire process. Being reliable, being prudent. Some of you, after now, you'll be in the WhatsApp group. You go and snap people's business and be updating on the WhatsApp group, thinking that you are fooling us. You are fooling yourself. Yesterday, I told someone, the person was arguing with me. I said, see, my definition of truth is not what you see truth as. My own definition of truth, it could be lie. But the thing is, what I define as truth is when you are confidently saying something that your mind, your body, and your mouth is attesting to it. That is truth. It could not be the reality, but it is what you have as the knowledge of that particular thing. That is truth. Your ability to convince me is not truth. You're understanding me? So let us take these points very fervent. He talked about bookkeeping and he emphasized it very well. One of the smart ways of, like me, I like bookkeeping a lot. That's why sometimes in my family they call me Igbo man. I keep record a lot. If, for example, I'm to build this house, I will just tell my cousin, please, every alert concerning that, every debit alert concerning that project, I'll be sending to his WhatsApp. I'll send to his WhatsApp. That's my own way of keeping record. I'll send, and after some time I will ask, from your calculation, how much have we spent on this? Okay, we spent XYZ. The fallout will not be more than 1,500,000. So bookkeeping is very important. It makes you, it's not just for business, it's for even the running of your home. So you can manage your cost. If you are living above your income, you manage and size yourself. That's very important. Yeah. So these are the points I was able to jot down, and thank you very much for the brilliant lecture.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I understand we have a few minutes to take questions, just in case you want to clarify some things. So can we just do it quickly? If you need to write, if that will be faster, please go ahead and do that, so that it will be a bit faster, and so that if it's not answered now, maybe later it can be answered and posted to the group.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for the presentation. I really learned a lot. I also want to add something I do in my business. I keep record of my customers and also the people, my suppliers as well. It will help us to be able to meet them and call them across if they've not actually ordered for goods for a long period of time. You can just send them message to know how far, to be able to know if there's any faults from your own side that you need to work on. Thank you, sir.
Please put your hands together for her. So she has already taught us something. It's because I was speaking specifically on finance. I didn't mention that. You must have a customer database notes, compulsorily. Anyhow you can extract your customers' numbers, get them, make sure you have a record of them. It leads to many things, including new areas of business, if you are servicing them well. So very key. Any other person?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Mine is under the bookkeeping. I want to add something. I don't know what you can. It still help me too. In one of the seminars I attended, they said, under bookkeeping, try to take note of things customers ask that you don't have. Take note of those things. Have a record of them so that when you are trying to put your details together, you can be able to at least grow your business. Then in one of these PCN summits too, they asked us to go personally look for our enemies. We know those customers that are coming to buy that does not really like the way we do our things. Ask 5 of them the things they don't like about us to grow our business. So when we do that, that is when I expanded to some other places. So I don't know what you can add to that for me to get more from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please put your hands together for him. So I hope we are learning from the additions or questions. That's also a very important addition. The customer is always asking about something you don't have. Take note of it. No jump into Ramo. There are analysis to do first. But at least take note of the things the customers are asking that you don't have. And then the second point, Odogo keeps telling us to do that. The Odogo of customer service. In those areas they are complaining about can actually lead to something new in your business, actually. Thank you. Anya? Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Facilitator. In line of bookkeeping, what I also do regarding my business is I take a record of the prices of things I get in the market. So let's say I go to the market for January and a bag of flour is for 70,000. I take record of it because I may go February and price has increased. So that makes me to increase my price at least by 5% in terms of the goods I sell.
Okay, thank you. Question? Gigi, my business partner.
Okay, when you are speaking, I would want to get clarity on pricing.
Okay.
You talked more on those who have product to sell. So for those who render services, like how do you do pricing when it comes to, like, for me, I have different product line. We have subscription based, we have one-offs and all that. So for pricing, because of how our kind of business is, it's not really easy to know what other people are, their pricing. So for us, how do you customize a price that captures your efforts, the labor, and every other thing? That's, I don't know if you understand the question.
I do. So service-based business and pricing is a very technical matter. Very technical matter, because a lot of factors. Sometimes it's your level of growth as a business. Sometimes it's your brand value. You know, because there are some things that at the market rate it may be 500,000. Some of us want to sell it for 750. And because there is something that is cashing us. Do you understand? So for pricing, but you have to look at where you are and look at what is sustainable. One thing I think Choma always mentions, that you don't price yourself out of the market. If sales not there, that your big boy go still show. We want to show that we don't do anything less than 3 million. We don't do anything less than 3 million. Or God, if that 3 million comes only twice a year, and there's another product can be coming like 10 units every month, at the end of the day, one is still more profitable. So it depends on the stage where you are. You look at what works. When you have been able to capture all your costs, compare, I think these two major strategies for pricing is that you look at your costs. Number two, you look at the market price. That's the two strategies they use. So if you look at it that the profit margin is decent enough, at a stage you can pursue for more numbers. There's a place we grow to, we stop pursuing more numbers. We now increase price and look for few quality projects that you can just do and then go and rest in Dubai. And based on your vision and all of those factors. But what is important, ensure you have enough revenue coming. Why is that important? There are times your pricing may be nice, you are getting a lot of demand, but the demand is greater than your capacity. So it will be more important for you to manage a number you can manage effectively while you are increasing your operational capacity. And sometimes you may need price to manage all of those factors. But the key things you already know. If what you are getting at the end of that is fine, you work on the number of units you are selling. And then at a point, he said as you are growing the units you are selling, you are increasing your operational capacity in terms of how many people, how many projects can we manage at the same time? At the same time. And what do we need to be able to manage multiple projects at the same time? It means that I need to have somebody as good as me or somebody as good as you, that if we say, okay, thank God for Tantita Security Services project, so company also has just called us. You have somebody that can run that operations while you are here, that person is managing there. Your operational capacity is expanding, and then that will also impact on your bottom line too. Okay. Question, okay. Okay, you have the mic, so it will be faster.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Benedicta Udo. I want to ask a question. You know, in my field of business, sometimes we have problem managing our customers. Sorry, I don't know if this question is right. But due to the rate at which other people give pricing, sometimes I don't want to lose a customer. I can just maybe say, okay, maybe if the job I'm going to do all total is maybe 900,000, for example, and my take home after minusing logistics and everything is like just 20,000, is that a profit? Is that business going to grow?
If it is 20,000 naira more than the cost, it is profit. It's just that your margins are very low. And if your margins are very low, you will do a lot of work to make a significant profit. So you will now decide. Now, so we want day, or we want to be able to determine that minimum we want to make on a job is this amount. If you decide that the minimum we want to make, we are not comfortable with 20, what do you want instead of that 20? No, just sit down so that it will be fast. Of the value of the project, what would that translate to? 180,000. There is no problem. There are people that can give you that. you will need to change the market segment you are targeting. Finish. I always give this example. When I started my printing press, I was focusing more on people they call print brokers. Print brokers are the people that come to you guys, a complimentary card for you and all of those factors, but they don't have a press. They don't have machines. When they finish, they bring it to our press to produce them. But those guys are very price sensitive. Because of 1 naira, they feel leave you go garage. And at that time, in Warri here, when you go bring idea come, person go just sit down and say, this guy crowd the entire store. This business go make sense. Everybody will not jumping into it. And when they jump into it, the only competitive advantage they know is price. So if they do on 20 naira, they'll bring their own to 18. The next person is starting, slash his own to 17. It so happened in the space of 2 years that we were working, but very slim profit margin. You will see activity, they carry paper, activity. But if you are doing your numbers, you discover, so on top of the 20 million sales, to see 1 million inside now, and I like to sit down and ask myself, can I continue like this? So what I did was, I would change my target. So I said, I don't want to serve this class of customers again. I changed to another focus. Once I changed to that other focus, my price changed because that segment can appreciate a higher price. But guess what? I will be attending to few people and be making more money. At the end of the day, the bottom line is not going to be the matter. And I get mission to save lives and to help humanity. That one a separate vision. This one na business. I won't give you quality products. May you yourself still give me quality money. So when we did that, we discovered that activity level dropped drastically and we were more profitable. And it was even that time I found the space to build a second business. Because sometimes running around doing operations, you know they zero do other things. So simply that's it. Focus on that market. When you focus on that market segment, maybe what will make that segment take you seriously is a few things you may need to improve on. Your branding and all of those factors. There are some people that just tell you price. There was an engineering job I was handling. A guy gave me a quote for 500,000 to do it. Another one gave me a quote for 350,000. I choose the guy for 500,000 because I will not have time to supervise the project. And this guy came with details that shows me that he knows what he was doing. So I paid 150,000 naira more. So it's not everybody that is looking for cheap. So refocus and then brand and structure yourself to be able to handle that. One thing I know that in your sector that is very important, a lot of people who get money to builders, they don't get time to supervise them. If you can do that effectively for people with enough transparency, say I give you 10 million for material, you do and where, that guy network, God bless you. That's how it just be. Rich people don't get chance. Time no day to they call they check how many cement you drop. If you like tip cement, now you know. The day you know, you don't lose many things for your life. So refocus. I think that will help you. Pray, right? Let's just do it as quick as possible. Okay.
My name is Karina for Everything Kara. In my kind of business.
Everything Kara, thank you. Now it's your chiefs that saved us yesterday because some of us no chop come.
Thank you, sir.
We did say in 2 hours we are done, but when presentation starts and we could not stand, it was your chiefs that saved us.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Amen. Okay, so in my kind of business where I do unbranded, like I do sell unbranded chips for people to rebrand. Now, sometimes I get advice like they are buying your brand without your actual branding. Now, am I supposed to sell it higher or lower?
My sister, you are a very brilliant person. More clap for her. So you have an unbranded, branded.
Yes, sir.
That advice, your strategy is perfect. Whether they are doing whatever that advice said, don't listen to it. if you know what you are making from the unbranded, they leverage that market, they go. Eh? You don't even need, they don't even need to know that I carry and I produce them, not concern you. But they should not adulterate it. Yeah, it's white label products. So just know it and keep forcing that carry and enter into every open market. So how you want to grow that one, have your strategy in place. Your focus is this one that carries your name. How do I want to grow it? Do I need to enter the open market, get to distributors? You have to need to have a strong distribution network. All those numbers you called, I believe them and more. All right? Just understand, learn more about distribution. How these markets work. If I tell you billions that flows through these markets, you'll be shocked. Just go to a Sapler Road and know, if I tell you the value of some of those trucks that are coming, whether rice or biscuits or whatever, understand that distribution. It's an hybrid strategy. You focus your energy on growing the Kara, everything Kara product line, and then be building the distribution network, leveraging distributors to drive that unbranded and encourage them to put their name on it. If they put their name on it, they go the ginger to sell more. And every time they sell, you are making more. So that when you buy a bigger machine, your machine will be operating to full capacity. No. If you are selling your branded at 5 naira, you cannot sell your unbranded at 5 naira. Your market target for that unbranded is different. It's retailers. So you must make provision for the profit. Do you understand? Because this one now, you are going to be driving to get it in the hands of people. That unbranded guy has his own customer cluster that is going to drive it to. So you have to discount the product so that he can also do his own branding or whatever and sell and make his own. So if you are operating that structure on that unbranded side, the price must be lesser than everything Kara. That's how it's done. And in bulk. That's why you are selling to retailers. It must be bulk purchase. Not come buy one. It must be bulk purchase. Your own product. Is it on? Okay, it's like okay. Retrieving depends on the agreement you have with the person. Okay. It's fine. As far as it's not tampered, it's fine. Then when she's making order, your policy should be against it. Because when you grow, you cannot keep managing, collecting. Because when you sign off a product, bringing it back affects your entire accounting process. So for now, you can take that, but make it clear going forward. Okay. Okay. Barry will take it now. Just these last two, please, so that we can go on to the other sessions. Okay. Yeah. Do we have IT guys here? IT? Yeah. So there are some that are built that they allow you to do some, like these guys before they shut down, they were doing it, keeper. So there are some that they allow you to do some adjustments to customize it to your business. There are some of them like that. Why there are some IT guys, hello, that can look through your business processes and design something exactly for you. They are in worry. Yes, they are. You can talk to. No, he did not do a proper review before that. We can talk about that later. Finally. Okay. So it's there. Anybody that rushes to develop software for you does not know what he's doing. You must sit down and understand the entire business process and design something that will work for it. You want to answer? Okay, you answer. She's your neighbor later, so that we'll wrap up. Next, and then the final one. Okay, you have been raising your hand. Yes. Yes, go ahead, please. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
From me. I am just making 2,000 naira per kg upfront, and I'm making transportation down to park and all that. And at times it will be outrageous for you to pay, and you will not be ready to pay for it. So those are some of the things I want you to take record of. Another information, please. Sorry. Last year, my younger sister who is into seafood, she took a deal, and she came to my house and she said, Joyce, I took a deal from one Chinese company in Bayelsa. Somebody recommended me, and I said, how many kgs of prawn? And she said it was closely 100 kgs of prawns and all that, but the deal was 1.5 million naira. She came to me. I'm a prawn person. She's not into prawns fully like me. She's into big fishes and all that more than me. That's my field. I told her a kg of prawn now, you can only charge them for 17,000 naira per kg, else you might have it difficult to deliver that product. Because why? This December right now, it is very difficult for you to source tiger prawns, and you might lose trust. They called me online that, are you a sister to so person on Facebook? I said, yes. What's the problem? And they said she took a deal and she has not been able to deliver. And I said, I cannot deny my younger sister just because of 1.5 million naira. Don't worry, she will deliver. Give me a few minutes. I called her. She said she took the deal actually, but it has been difficult for her to source for product because she undervalued that product. She took 14,000 naira for that product, which I asked her to take 17,000 naira. If she's unable to get from our source, we can actually source this product from people that have them and also make a profit of 1,000 to 2,000 naira, and you will gain trust. She refused. Then she was able to gather up to 70 kgs of that prawn. I said, deliver them, let me talk to them. I spoke with them and I said, just give us a few days to deliver the prawns. And I said, increase your numbers. Increase your cost. And she actually told them, I cannot deliver the remaining ones if you cannot increase the cost of this product. They actually did and increased the cost, and she was able to deliver. So what I'm trying to advise business owners, sometimes don't be scared to cost your products. And my coach, Springs Food, she always taught us that don't be scared of
costing your products. Make your numbers count. Make your profits count. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. So don't be scared to price your product properly after doing a proper costing. Finally, ma, having seen your hand. No, this woman has been. Let's just. You are done? No, okay. Okay. Having seen.
Good afternoon.
We have other trainings so that we can.
Sorry, just a very simple question. What's your take on collaboration, outsourcing, and partnership? Because you made a comment about someone having a contract that they cannot meet. What's your take on partnership when it comes to that? Outsourcing, making money from outsourcing.
Okay.
And collaboration with maybe bigger brands to get your brands in.
Okay, thank you. My take on collaboration, partnership, and outsourcing, I believe strongly in it. I believe that there is a phase your business gets to. Without it, it cannot grow bigger. All these big companies you see, there's a lot of partnership at play. Let's use a small example of the construction going on in Delta here. Sure, you know that it's not the big company that is doing all the projects everywhere. So partnership, collaboration, and outsourcing is very important. Yeah, I'm coming. It's a very important thing in business. I have also had it good and bad. So it can go either way. So learning at that stage how to manage collaborations, partnerships, and when you have to subcontract projects, you also have to learn that. You may make the mistake, but you need to learn how to do that. Now, how do you make money from it? You are the main company that is dealing with the client. That's in the case where you are bidding for the job directly. You got the job at 7 million or 70 million. I like big numbers. Or let me talk like my boss. Let's use 700 million. Context. All right? So you cost that job at a price that when you give the job to other contractors to execute, at the end of the day, you as the parent company dealing with the client, there must be something substantial left for you. No be so, boss. Very crucial. So that one is key. You are the one interfacing. So you must ensure that when you subcontract, at the end of the day, there's something left for you. And you know that it is you and the clients that have business, not the people that you have contracted the job to. So it's your responsibility to manage those partnerships you are leveraging to deliver on that project. You understand that point? So that part is very key. Then when you are collaborating with people to give you exposure, you need to evaluate what's in it for you and what's in it for them effectively. And at the end of the day, there is no force that you must collaborate with a specific person. What's important is about the interests. Ensure that your own interest is captured, the other person's interest is captured, and at the end of the day, everybody is fine. It is mutually beneficial to everybody. That is what is just key. But at a level in business, whether you have gotten it rough at a point with partner, because some people will do partnership once, and it goes bad and swear never to partner with anybody again. It's a mistake. Learn what you did not do right, because without it, you cannot grow. Now, partnership will make somebody, while you are struggling for 500 million to put in your business and you don't have it, but somebody has the goose that you need. It's a partnership that will make that goose flow from you. They call it trade credit. And then your work not to sell. You make money and pay back. All of those things are structured. Now, so many people take grow. Magic not the inside. All right, so please be open to it. Even if you get it wrong, keep perfecting it, because you will need it to climb to the next level in your business. Thank you very much. Question? Okay, we'll take it later. If we start taking all these questions, we won't take all the other trainings. So there are some that are written. Good. Write your questions. I know that there's going to be a platform for all of us. So there we can have a continuous conversation. So I encourage you right now, write your question in a paper and pass it to any of the ushers so that we can have them. It can be answered on the WhatsApp group or any other platform that will help us. We have a lot to look at today. This is just one aspect. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for the organizers, and Mr. Barry for such an insightful material.
All right, thank you. Let's give Mr. Victor a big hand. I told you, he's one of the best you can find. So quickly, because of time, right? We just want to go through the other modules that we have. So we're going to do mainly practicals. And while we're doing them, we're going to be learning.
Yes, this is GbaramatuVoiceTV, and we are still very much live at the MBB Event Center for the business grants by our chief, Kestin Pondi'S. Yes, participants has been receiving lectures on how to go about their various businesses. Business experts, business analysts has talked about various aspects they can elevate their businesses. He talked about financial management, where he said it is the use of funds for the achievement of the financial goals and objectives of your organization or business. Yes, as a business owner, he emphasized the need to be able to spend wisely and effectively as well. He also made, he talked about some primary goals of financial management as business owners need to know. He talked about maximization of capital, maximization of profit, liquidity. You know, as a business owner, you must have cash to purchase goods for any unforeseen expenditures and all of that. Yes, questions has been asked by participants and questions being answered by business analysts as well. Stay tuned as this event continues.
The reason why all these apps are very nice is automated. So at the end of the month, you can go there, download your financial transactions that you've entered, and you're going to see everything. So it makes your life much more easier because it's cloud-based as well. So anywhere you are, if you have a staff that is working with you, as they are imputing the figures, you're seeing it from anywhere you are. All right? So you want to explore these activities. So I would love us to do... Okay, great. So I would love us to do an activity to just generate a simple invoice. So you'll be invoicing Dr. Shego Manuel. Yeah, just create an invoice to Dr. Shego Manuel for any of your service. So what you do, just create an invoice. It's part of the activity for this training. Want to ensure you do some practical. Create an invoice, do that for 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Dr. Shego Manuel. So just send the invoice to him or create an invoice for any of your service. So we've mentioned a couple of apps you can use. We said you can use Invoice Manager. We said you can use Bumper. There's Zoho Invoice as well. Zoho, there's a free version you can use. There's Google Sheet you can use as well. But let's try these apps and software that are available. For time, the invoice may be too high. So just, or maybe on the person sitting close to you, just use the person's name instead, or the person's business. So I'll be moving around now to see what we're doing, and then also confirm if we need assistance. So you can choose from Zoho Invoice. You can get that from your app store. Zoho, Z-O-H-O. Or you can use a app you've been using before. Yes, please. What's the name? So it should be something you're willing to keep on using. That's the whole idea. So when you leave here, you're going to continue using it. All right? Then Mr. Victory mentioned about your bookkeeping. You have to do something about that as well. Yes, please. You use Excel. Okay. Okay, so try the Invoice Manager so you can maybe be exposed to something else. So if you're using Excel before, you can try Invoice Manager, try Zoho Books, or try Bumper. That's fine. Just, it's a stimulation exercise. Just create something and export. When we see from theory businesses, then we're going to move on. The network here is okay, right? Is it good? Fantastic. You have yours already. Invoice manager. So try this. Simple. Anybody done yet? You're done? Great, let me see. How much is in the invoice? 100,000. Which how do you use? Invoice manager. Bookkeep. So there's another one, bookkeep. Just try your hands on something. So some of you think probably you're not used to technology, but it's not that complicated. Exactly. So this is which software? Invoice manager. Fantastic. So this table, anybody here done? You're done? You just started using it today or you've been using it? What's the name? Invoice bookkeeping. And you got that from your Play Store? Fantastic. So when you go to your Play Store, there are actually different options to explore from. We want things that are simple, not too technical. So do we have any first timer that have been able to do it? Thank you, doctor. Anybody? It's a 5-minute exercise. If you don't do it, we won't give you your certificate too.
Yes, we are still live at the MBB Event Center for the business grants by Chief Kestin Pondi. Yes, as you can see, this is a practical session. All the participants are participating in the practical section. Some of the class that has been organized by the business analyst, financial analyst. So this is a practical session from the, like I said earlier, they talked about financial management, how to handle their businesses, the importance of bookkeeping, recording your sales, your profit, your loss, and all of that. So this is like the practical session that the participants are going through right now. Yes, stay tuned for more updates as this event unfolds.
Which are you using? You're not using anymore. You're just starting to use now. So you are not sending invoice before now. You write, okay, physical. So for those of your digital clients, how do you do it? You snap and send to them. Okay, so please download the app. Try several ones. It will really be helpful. You're trying already, great. Because you need to live here with practical knowledge on how to do these things. And invoicing is a very critical part. One of the parts of it. I just need one person or two or three that is done. Then we'll move ahead. Musician. Mavin. Is it Marvin or Mavin? Okay. Are you done? You're making progress? Bidemi, you're done? Your network, okay. Hello, you're done. It is Siri, fantastic. Which software did you use? Invoice Online. Is it the first time you're using it? The first time you're using it, fantastic. Is it a web or a app? Web. So Invoice Online. All right, fantastic. Yes, that's true. So Invoice Manager recommended, Bumper recommended, Zoho Invoice recommended. QuickBooks is paid for and usually a bit complicated, but it's highly recommended as well. It's actually one of the best. What's this? Invoice Manager. First time? Is it the first time you're using it? Fantastic. All right, great. So let's move. We have the two persons already. So we have a new module on the... Everybody is now focused on the activity. So we're going to have a break for those of us who are unable to finish. So that's the reason why we're networking amongst ourselves. And I believe we're going to create a community from this. So we're going to be having more trainings around this area. But let's look at another area that is key for your business and very important. So we're looking at business management now. This is a new module, business management. I heard a very powerful statement from Dr. David Oyedepo some years back that stayed with me. Probably some of you have heard about it. So he said, you don't grow big to manage well. You manage well to do what? Let's say it together. You don't grow big to manage well. You do what to? You manage well to grow big. So there's nothing like saying your business is too small. That's why you don't have a structure. There's nothing like saying because, oh, you're just starting, that's why the business is like that. No. Even at your beginning phase in your business, the business can be structured. The business can be effectively managed. So as Mr. Victory said, the business can live beyond you, and so you can have rest in the business. The same man said something so striking as well. He said, anything that doesn't have a structure does not have a future. How many of us would like our businesses to have a future? Then let's create a structure. And when we're talking about creating a structure for business, it's as simple as understanding the fact that a business, so sometimes you call a business a body or an organization. So you stand up, and some guy, please stand. Fine guy. So he has a body, right? There are functions of his eyes. What's the function of the eye? All right. There are functions of the nose. What's the function of the nose? To breathe. Functions for the leg. What's the function of the leg? So imagine the eye not trying to do what the hand is supposed to be doing or what the leg is supposed to be doing. So most times you realize that some people do business. The business may be doing so well while they are alive, but after they are gone, the business closes down. Or while they are doing the business, there's so much stress, or the business can't even grow beyond them. Meaning there's an opportunity for them to move into, but they can't go into there. They can't maximize the opportunity because there's no structure. They can't even think well about it. They can't plan about it. So the business just takes everything about them. Doing everything in the business. It ought not to be like that. Thank you. All right? So just like the body has different parts, and the different parts carries out different functions to produce this holistic cue that is good, healthy, and doing well. For your business to excel as well, there are different aspects that are key and important. And not until those aspects are functioning the way they are supposed to be functioning independently, then your business is not going to scale as it's supposed to scale. So what are the important aspects or important structures you should have in your business? Mr. Victory mentioned that every business must be involved in what? Sales. So write down sales and marketing. Want to divide the business now. Sales and marketing. Sales bring in the money, marketing creates awareness. Sales bring in the money, marketing creates awareness. There's another aspect called operations. Operations ensure that useful input into the business are transformed into useful output. So useful inputs could be, for a fashion designer, the fabrics that you purchase from the market. It could be the thread. It could be the stones that you use to adorn the dress you're making. The process that transforms the fabrics, the thread, the buttons, the stones, into now becoming a beautiful gown that you can use for dinner or you can use for a special outing. That whole process is called operations. So there have to be an operations manager. I should come again. I said operational management now for an MSME is simply the process of transforming useful input into useful outputs. And I use a fashion designer as an example, right? So for someone who is into baking, your useful inputs will be what and what? You need flour. You need your sugar. You need your what? Your mixer and stuff like that. Yes, so all those processes, you take those materials through those processes and then they come out to now become a cake or something else, small chops or something, right? Those processes are called operations management. So in your business, there's operations. So that's a structure of its own. Different from what the marketing is doing. Different from what the sales is even doing. You see? Then there's another place now where you now manage the finances of the business. That's the one that we've done just now. So you need a financial manager, or you need an accountant inside the business. So at the beginning level, of every business, you realize that the business owner is doing everything. So he's the one doing the operations, the one going to the market, the one ensuring that the floor is here, the one ensuring that, social media posts are up, the one ensuring that sales, the one doing the record keeping. The truth is, if that single individual continues like that for a long period of time, he or she may start with some level of zeal, some level of passion, but after a period of time, it's going to go down. You're going to break down. You're going to break down. You're going to break down. So in your business, although you are starting the business as one man, you must see the business beyond being a one-man business. So business structure, first of all, starts from your mentality about the business, your business mindsets. That's why repeatedly, you remember one of our panelists, Mr. Doba, we keep telling us yesterday, don't say I. What should you say? We. Because I cannot do it. It has to be we. Imagine we want to give you a contract. Doctor said you should send an invoice to Tantita. And only you are telling us only you can clean the old boats, you can do the old training, you can... we will run away from you. Because it's not supposed to be like that. Even God has angels, has people doing different things. So structure for your business is paramount. And I said it begins somewhere. It begins from your mind. So you must start seeing the business beyond yourself. Right? So the way it works, like I said, you start the business self-employed. So you're doing everything by yourself. If you are doing everything by yourself, you must note some things that you must not start taking off yourself. That's where you now employ somebody. So now I'm going to the process now, where employment now comes in, your staffing. So you think about what you do. Initially, maybe Zitu will do our design, she'll do the cutting, maybe she'll do the sewing, the whole process and everything. After a period of time, because the business has to grow beyond that, she now starts thinking, can I get someone who's a stylist that can just style the dress? Can I get a tailor? All right. So firstly, you have to note everything that you are doing in your business currently. You have to note everything you're doing in your business currently. We're going to do an exercise on this when the lights come up, right? So you note everything you're doing in your business currently, and then you now identify those that you need to employ to pick up those roles in the business. All right? So why don't businesses employ others? This is an open question. Small businesses, why don't they employ other people to join them to work in their business? What? No, you can sit down. Capital limitation. Yes? Theft. Okay. Anybody else? So capital limitation, theft, stealing. So that's trust issues. Yes, sir. No vision. Fantastic. I like that. Come again. Improper structure, limited knowledge. Anybody else? All right, fantastic. So let's look at all these issues that have been raised. So maybe because of capital, you're saying limited capital, that's why you don't employ. Are you aware there's a model you can run to have employees that probably won't take money away from the business? Let me explain to you. The people who have probably explored that model a lot, fashion designers and makeup artists. So you come and meet them, you pay to learn work, you still be working for them. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So I want to give you different classes of employees you can have in your business. Number one, right, interns. Different classes or level of employees you can engage almost immediately in your business. Because one of the criteria, as we mentioned yesterday, is that your business must have the ability to create jobs. That's the most exciting aspect about running a business for me. It's really very exciting, aside the money aspect, very important. But seeing that people can be employed, gainfully employed, you can have employees, you can help give them direction, you can help give them, it's really fulfilling for me. So interns are those who probably work for you for free or for just a stipend while they are learning. So in that process of learning, you can train them in a particular area and delegate that particular area to them. Right? So you've added somebody to be working with you. You are not the one doing anything anymore. So intense. Secondly, you can have contract staff. Do you understand? Contract staff. After 2020 COVID, the world changed forever. I was speaking with one of the managers at NMPC, Shell, then. He was sharing with me how Shell realized during or after the COVID period that they didn't even need the amount of workforce that they had. So they literally cut it to like, I think maybe 40% or 60%. The layoffs they did. So after COVID, the world changed in a way. So we now have some people that are only remote workers. You don't see them physically in your organization, but they are remote workers. So you can think of having contract staff. What are contract staff? A particular job comes, and then they help you execute the job, and then you pay them. But what are you doing? You're already training your mind to know that because you're doing a business, is an organization. Everything should not revolve around you. You should not be the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega of the business. You bring others in to carry out activities in the business, right? Then you can now have paid employees as well. So in having paid employees, we're going to maybe zero in on this a bit. If you're having paid employees, like I said, the world has changed. So we now have a new generation of people coming into the workforce. They don't think like our fathers thought when they were working. So our fathers, they are in a particular location. This now leads us to leadership and management. They're in a particular location, or they just want to be there all their lives, just their commitment, forget their vision, no vision, just this organization. Then when they retire, give them a good watch or give them a good work clock or something, and they are fulfilled. This generation, they want to express themselves. So if you're telling them you want to tie them down totally and you want to even pay them 300,000, they will open their WhatsApp status and see one of their friends that did tap, swap or something tapping, and the person made $1,000 from a coin. And then they're asking why should they commit their life to you for this particular amount. So the thinking is different. So because the thinking is different, as new generation of business owners, you want to learn how to relate to the generation. So you want to let them have a sense of belonging in your organization. But they can't have a sense of belonging in your organization if the organization doesn't have a vision. Scriptures itself says where there's no vision, the people do what? They perish, they cast off restraint. So you want to give them a sense of direction. So when they come, where is this organization going to? What problem are we solving? How are we going to get there? And what is their role in helping you get there? The young people want to live fulfilled lives. Beyond the money they earn, they want to be fulfilled. And fulfillment comes from things that are most times intangible. So you're talking about building your business, your organization. How do you relate with your staff? How are you going to be relating with them? What is your own vision? What problem do you want to solve? How excited are you about it? How pumped up are you about the problem you want to solve? Is the vision plain? Have you written the vision down? Is this something you can talk? Is this something you can express? You saw the pitching yesterday and some of the comments we made that you can't say you have a vision, a business, and you're reading everything about it. The business has to be in your heart. It's like a baby that you're carrying, that you've given birth to. So there are some things you already know about the baby that you're already connected to with the baby. That's how your business should be. So when you have staff, there's a way you treat them, there's a way you relate to them. So you must have a vision. So your vision is the problem you're solving, where you see the business in the next 10 years, where you see the business in the next 15 years, where you see the business in the next 20 years. As a business owner, one of the key things you give to those who work with you is you give them direction. So on your notepad, let's have a time of visioning. This is visioning moments. At this point, you should be playing some Nines background. Just see your business in the next 10 years. Don't limit the vision. Don't look at where you are now. Look at what you can be be if all resources are readily available already. All the monies you need available. All the stuff you need available. Then write it down. So after writing it down, maybe when we close, when you get to your different locations, you can now review the vision. But what problem are you solving? Write it down. Let's do that in 60 seconds. What problem are you solving? What problem are you solving? There's a book by Simon Sinek. The title of the book is Start With Why. Do we have readers here? Do we read? Beautiful book. Start with why. What is your why? There's a saying, if your why is strong enough, you're going to find the how. So what is your why? Why are you in business? What problem are you solving? Write it down. Write it down. What problem are you solving? Just write the problem you're solving. If you can do that, we're good. What problem are you solving? What problem are you solving? What problem are you solving? Sir, you're not writing? You're what? You are recording. Okay. Now I want you to write the problem you're solving with your business. What problem are you solving? The problem you're solving means the value you're adding, the challenge that you've seen, how easy you want to make things be, different ways to help you think around that. Anybody done? So after writing the problem you're solving, the problem you want to solve, how are you going to solve that problem? That's your mission statement. How do you plan to solve that problem? How do you plan to solve that problem?
Still on the 100 million business grant by iChief Kestin Pondi'S. Yes, this is an interactive class between business analysts, financial experts, and business owners, participants. This is an interactive session and a practical session on how they can keep tracks of their records, businesses, record their sales, record their loss, because in every businesses, not just profits, but there will be records of loss as well. So this is like a practical class and an interactive class from the business analysts, the financial experts, to the participants.
Those are your strategic objectives. Those are your strategic objectives.
Yes, the class is still ongoing. This is a class where participants are being asked of their visions and, the long-term goals, how to strive in difficult phases of their businesses, because whatever business you are in, there must be difficult times and hard times. So how can your business strive in those times? What are your visions? How can you keep your business going even in times of trials? So these are the things our business analysts are making these participants know and be abreast of.
Animation is a workshop. In workshop, you work. It's a working exercise.
As a business owner, it is not just to make profit. Yes, he also taught on profit making as well, but it is not just to make profit. Prioritize your purchaser, people that purchase goods from you, people that buy goods from you. Prioritize them as well.
In this sense, now we're taking our staff. Okay, what are they going to be doing? In human resource, we call it job description. What are they going to be doing in the business? So if you wrote down, you're going to be needing a marketer, you're going to be needing a manager, Now, what will they be doing? What will they be doing?
Look for ways to reinvest those profits into your business to make the business thrive in times of trials, to ensure longevity for the business and expansion for this business. Avoid unnecessary spending, unnecessary expenditures. Yes, that is being the teachings from these financial experts. Yes, these are practical aspects. Questions are being asked, answers are being given.
The problem you're solving, how you plan to solve that problem, how you know you're successful solving it, those you're going to be needing to solve the problem, and what they are going to be doing. I think those are the 5 questions, right? You're done with yours. Let's put time together for her as she comes. So let's listen to her.
Yes, as a business owner, it is not just for you to start a business. What is your business solving? What problem is your business solving? What are you solving for your audience, your prospect buyers?
Okay, we're getting cheap paints to customers. We try to give all the local stores quality but cheap paint. Quality but cheap.
So wait, so the reason why you must know the problem you're solving is is one of your USP. So USP is your unique selling proposition, right? So for example, how many of us remember Kuda Bank? Or how many of us have Kuda Bank accounts? When Kuda came, what was their marketing strategy? Who remembers one thing that you must see in their what? The bank of the free. How many of you remember that? So they came with the narrative that all these other banks have been ripping you off. And it was so rampant then. You just wake up, 655 naira breathing fee, 35 naira happiness fee. Also, different charges. Then they came and said, no, Kuda Bank is the bank of the free. You transfer money, we're not going to charge you. You do this, we're not going to charge. They have changed now, right? But they use that to enter the market. And everybody subscribed. Do you understand? So you in your business as well, you must know specifically. It may be a small business, but what is unique about you? From that, your USP, you now attach it to your marketing campaign and your marketing strategy. So it helps to set you apart from the competitors. All right? So you've told us the problem you want to solve. You want to make cheap and quality paints available. That's a good one. Yes. So what are you going to be doing to do that?
Okay. We will be reducing some of our adhesive that we'll be using, because we usually buy adhesive from bigger companies that have names. But the truth is, some lower companies that are not yet too known in the market, it's still the same adhesive. It's just like somebody using Mama Lemon soap, and he still washes plates. And this local made soap that they make that doesn't have a brand name, they are all soap. So we'll be using our normal local producers, their materials to produce our own paints, so that when it gets to the market, every normal person can afford it. Even when you use it, it still give you almost the same thing, for example, that Santex will give to you.
Great. So that's our mission, right? So this is what she wants to be doing. So when we talk about vision and mission statements in a business, it's not something nebulous. It's not so complicated. It's very simple. Vision is, what problem do you want to solve? And where are you seeing the business in the next 10 years or in the next 50 years? So where are you seeing your business in the next 10, 15 years?
In the next few months, I want to be taking my products to Asaba, Benin.
10 years.
10 years, I'll be going to Ghana and other
50 years.
International.
Right? But you can see simply, she have told us a vision. And sometimes if you want clarity of thoughts, you just have to write sometimes, right? Sometimes you may feel, oh, there's so much I need to do. You're feeling overwhelmed. But as you start writing, there's this clarity that comes. So things now become really easier, right? You can even start writing, what do you want to post online? And you realize, it's not as complicated as you thought, right? So your vision, the problem you want to solve, and where you want to get to, the mission, what you're going to be doing to get there. those are the things about vision and mission, right? We spoke about strategic objectives. How are you going to know you're successful? Those are your strategic objectives. So she just mentioned one now that we can use to maybe gauge that 10 or 15 years vision to be exporting to Ghana. Said in the next few months, let's say 3 months, our product should be in places like Asaba. Fantastic. She has given us some strategic objectives. So in the next 3 months, we can go to her now and say, Afa, have you started taking products to Asaba? We'll now review, all right? So when we talk about business management and structuring, it's not very complicated, right? Then we looked at those you're going to need to do that. Did anybody write that down on this table? You did? Fantastic. Talk to us. Who will you be needing? So now you tell us the business you're doing and those you're going to be needing. So as he's speaking, let's pay attention to him, and then maybe we can contribute to see if others are going to be needed.
All right. Okay, I'm representing Automotive Engineering, and basically what we do is that we solve power problems, and we try as much as possible to make life easier for everyone. For example, apart from the power solution I was talking about yesterday, we could create devices locally that you... Don't pitch. Okay. I'm going to need electricians, even though at the initial stage I've been doing everything. I've been multitasking, doing the job of an electrician, technician, I've been the secretary, I've been doing all of that. So I need an electrician, I need a technician, I need a secretary, and somebody that will help us do marketing.
Your finances, the secretary will take care
of that, yes.
All right, let's give him a big hand. That's good. That's good. So for his business, do we think you need anybody else that I probably didn't mention? Is there anybody else we think you need in his business that I didn't mention? Coming. Security. Okay. Digital marketer. So you mentioned someone for...
With a standing ovation, marketing. Let us make welcome the sponsor of this great event, Chief Engineer Kestin Pondi. Please, a round of applause for him. Yes, this is him. Right here in our presence.
We have just witnessed the arrival of Chief Kestin Pondi, the MD of Tantita Security Services. Yes, is right here in the building. MBB Event Center, forward the grounds. Yes, this is the man of the moment. A humanitarian himself. Yes, a philanthropist. The man that has deemed it fit to give these opportunities to individuals, to various participants. Yes, we have all the dignitaries in the building as well. We have Pudu in the building. Yes, stay tuned as these events unfold. Yes, we are also anticipating the presentation of the grants to these various people, to these various persons. Yes, let's stay tuned as this event continues. Yes, the building is a bit tensed up. The various individuals, participants are a bit tensed up, as anytime soon the participants that are going home with this money will be announced anytime soon. Out of 40 participants, we have just 20 people that will be going home with this 5 million naira grants.
To those roles, right? Beautiful. So let's take a business from here. Who did the exercise? You did? You all did. Okay, so let's hear from you. So talk to us for your business. So remember what we said. Tell us about the vision, tell us the mission, and then you can now tell us those you need to work with you to help you achieve that. Okay, so please come. quickly. All right, so you tell us your vision, tell us your mission, and then those you need. Yes, so the problem you're solving with your business, we said that's how you think about your vision and where you want to see the business in maybe 10, 15 years. Then your mission, what you're going to do to get there. Then we're now looking at structuring the business to have employees. So who are you going to be needing for your business?
We are solving the problem of lack of sustainability, high quality cultural rich fashion options for African and Nigerian women living in diaspora.
How are you solving it, your mission?
The plan is to pay maximum attention to the rich cultural diversity of the African woman in diaspora while reducing our carbon emissions by almost 80% through solar energy.
Who are you going to be needing to work with you to fulfill this vision?
African fashion expos in diaspora. I'm also going to be needing physically in my shop a design assistant, a fashion designer. I'm also going to be needing somebody that will head procurement of our materials. We're also going to be needing cleaners, storage. I also listed that I was also going to need somebody for dispensation of tailoring materials in our workspace.
Fantastic. Can we give her a big hand? All right. So we've seen why it's critical and important for you to have a structure in your business. We said anything that does not have a structure does not have a what? We said anything that doesn't have a structure doesn't have a what? So you may start as one man, but don't remain one man. Always now start seeing how you can bring others into the business to help you carry out some essential activities in the business. All right? Very important. So the last module for today, let's write down on our very, very brief. We'll just run through it 5-10 minutes. Personal development. Personal development. Personal development. And I will use an analogy to explain this so you see how important and vital it is. So we have these objects on the podium now. Imagine we have a 1-year-old child. Let's call him Jonathan. 1-year-old. And Jonathan comes here, and we ask Jonathan to carry this decorative item here and take it to the back. Can he do it? Okay. Now, Jonathan is 12 years or 15 years. He's not a guy. His voice is not big. Puberty has come. And you ask him to carry this. Will he be able to carry it now there? What has happened to Jonathan? What has happened to Jonathan? Growth. So your capacity at every point in time to always do is based on the level of growth you've attained as a business owner. So we are all seeing this now. And the first facilitator mentioned that there is enough money to fund so many businesses, but the challenge is lack of capacity. Like this business entry plan we did, we mentioned that we had over 9,000 entries. But for business plans, some people were writing later, "Dear Sir." Some people were writing social media posts. So they've not built their capacity to be able to access that opportunity. So as a business owner as well, a very key and foundational area, if you want to grow and if you want to scale, if you want to access more opportunities, is personal development. Now the question is, what is personal development? Anybody? Do you have anybody here that wants to try? What is personal development? Can we get the mic across to him swiftly? We have someone over there. Personal development. What is personal development?
Personal development is that deliberate act of always improving yourself. You are in point A now. You decide to seek knowledge, train yourself to get from point A to point B continually.
Fantastic.
Even though no matter what it costs you, you are just there pushing yourself.
Let's give him a big hand, please. That was beautiful and perfect. So personal development is the initiative you take personally to grow and to increase your value as a person, to add more knowledge to what you already have, and to add more skill to what you already have. How many of us have seen stale water before? Maybe there's just water in a particular area. How many of us have seen water like that? What happened to those water? It stinks, right? Yes. So staleness stinks. So we actually have what we call read. Let's write it down so we see why it's important to read. We're talking about still water now. Read. R-O-E-A-D. So the word read is from 2 words. It means to re-hard. That's where we get the word read from. It means to re-hard. So every time you're reading, you're re-harding to your already existing knowledge that you have. In primary school, we're taught readers are leaders. Well, some people thought it was a scam, but it's actually true. The more you read, the more you know. The more you know, the better you can do. So, your personal development, the initiative you take to add value to yourself, and one of the ways you do that is by reading. So how many of us have read any book this year? Aside from the holy book. Business book or something this year. Great. But as a business owner, you need to start reading books. A wise man said something. He said, in the next 5 years, you're going to be the same person except for 2 things. The people you meet and the books you read. You can literally take yourself beyond your immediate environment by studying and reading vital and important book. So one of the keys to personal development or principles of personal development is reading. So you have to read relevant business books. Another way you personally grow yourself is through mentorship. Tell your neighbor mentorship. Who is a mentor? Who is a mentor? Someone you look up to. I only look up to God. Baba God, bonjour. We all look up to God. Someone you look up to. Someone you can be accountable to. Someone who is grounded in your field of professionalism. Beautiful. A mirror to your future. Fantastic. A mirror to your future. So let's differentiate between, so a mentor and a role model, first of all, are they the same thing? They are different things, right? So a role model, maybe in the context of music, you can say, oh, Michael Jackson is your role model. But Michael Jackson has passed on. You can't see him now for him to tell you this is the kind of song you record, this is how you rehearse, this is how you write. You won't be able to see him. But there can be one guy in your area that is doing very well. You can now go to that person and ask questions. As you are asking questions, you learn more practically, and it exposes you to excel. All right? So a mentor is somebody who is ahead of you in your particular field or industry that you can build a personal relationship with. So you must have access to your mentor. There's a Japanese proverb that says, what you learn sitting down with a wise teacher in a day probably take you 10 years to learn on your own. So we all need mentors in our businesses. So let's do this exercise. In your line of business, identify 5 individuals who are already ahead of you. They may not have 1 million followers on Instagram like you desire they do. They may not be using the most flashy car like you will, but they are ahead of you. They have something that you will like to learn. 5. Just identify 5 or 3 and write it down on your course material that we gave you. Write it down. So what you must do now after this training is to see how you can have a personal relationship with these individuals. And if we're talking about mentorship relationship, sometimes people don't get the best out of mentorship because they don't understand what mentorship is. So a mentor is not for you to beg. Hello? A mentor is not for you to do what? You don't beg your mentor. He may support you from his own free will, but your mentor is not under obligation to give you things. As a mentee or a protege, you have 2 responsibilities to your mentor or in that relationship: to learn and to serve. The 2 responsibilities are what? To learn and to serve. Because in the process of learning, or in the process of serving rather, you're going to learn. And the biggest investor in the world, Warren Buffett, said something so key. He said, the more you learn, the more you do what? The more you earn. So you take the L away, and then you can earn. All right? So your personal development, very important. Said you have to read books, then you have to get a mentor. Another way you can personally grow yourself to improve your value and become more is take courses online. They are short courses. Some of them are free. We have platforms like Coursera. We have platforms like Udemy. Any other one? There's Allison, right? But when you go to Coursera and you put something about financial management, you'll be amazed at the myriad of information that you're going to see. If you put something else about leadership and management that was spoken about, you see lots of information. If you put something else about what else? Social media management, so you can grow your business. Customer service, you see several information. You can commit 3 months. You can commit 3 weeks. Some of them are short courses. You can commit that time and learn and improve your value. And as you do that, you will no longer be Jonathan that was 6 months and couldn't move this. You'll now be a grown-up business owner that has the capacity to do more. All right? So put your hands together for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe because of time, we won't permit questions. We can take questions. Great. So let's take 2 questions. Two questions.
Go ahead. Yes. Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Friday Akposeye, and my question goes like this. Most of the business seminars we attend, they go with this advice with our passion. We should look into our passion. And I want to ask now, for example, you are into like my field now, which is health. We are solving health problem. And you decide to go to a school gate to open your business because of your passion. Instead of looking for hospital or a place where you know this place is where these people will need me, and you decide to go open it outside that environment, is it wise that way because you have passion for that business? Thank you.
So do we understand this question? You don't understand this question. So I think what's trying to ask is, should you just focus on passion when you want to start a business? Or you should also look at the viability, profitability of the business? Akin Alabi posted something one time. He said, is Dangote passionate about cement? Is Dangote passionate about cement? You are not sure. All right. So let's probably manage both areas. If, for example, I'm starting an IT business, and naturally, I have this natural inclination for software. We have someone called Gideon, exceptional with software, IT, and those beautiful things. If Gideon starts a business like that, Gideon has more tendency to excel in that business than me. It's teach I love to teach. That's it for me. Do you understand? So in this area that I know I'm naturally gifted or talented at, what is the opportunities in it for me? How can I make it profitable? That now becomes the question. Because every time we want to start a business, sometimes, this is not for those who want to start a business, but the things we have to look into is looking inward. Right? So in the case of business now, in the outer sense, you also have to now look at profitability. Because there are some opportunities you see, you can take advantage of those opportunities, and then you generate income, or you generate revenue. That is business, right? So we can marry both together. You want to run a sustainable business, you must be passionate about it. Do you understand? It's something you must be interested in. If you are nonchalant about it, it's not going to excel. All right? But even if you're passionate and still you don't have the skill, there's no structure, there's no management in place, the business is not going to do well. It's still going to fail. You just be passionate, but you're passionate and you're not profitable. Then the passion will dwindle first to teach you a lesson. Yes, the second and maybe the last question. Can we give her the mic? Yes.
Is sales on return good for a growing business, small business, sales on return? Like someone wants to get dozens of chips or chin-chin from me, and he or she will pay after sales. Is it good?
So at every point in time, you must know what works best for your business. So as a small business that you know cash flow is required, you can't make that like your business model. That you want to produce or people to go and sell, and then after 2 months or after 3 weeks, then they... No. But it may get to a time that the business is already sustainable. Then you can explore those particular model. That's why you must have a growth plan for your business. What are we going to do per time? What are we going to do per time? All right? Last question. From this row. We've taken one from there. We've taken one from here. Do we have anybody from this row? Nobody. So let's take from that table. The table over there. Sorry.
Thank you very much. This is Pascal from Cleanser Janitors. I want to ask, you made mention of unique selling points.
Yes.
Now for Cleanser Janitor, our unique selling point over the year that we've been in operation is that we provide eco-friendly cleaning solutions. So all of our cleaning solutions are eco-friendly. But then in the past 1 year, we have 100% retention of our clients. So for every single person that have booked us for services, all of them have called us back. For those that we've not done twice, we have them ahead, already booked. So will it then be that our unique selling point is customer satisfaction, or is it still the eco-friendly cleaning solutions that we provide?
All right, great. So that's one thing we need to note in our businesses. You have a similar question, or you want to answer? You want to add or you want to answer?
He's saying that their unique selling is 100% customer satisfaction.
Yes.
That's what I want to buttress on. Can we lay emphasis? Is it possible to have 100% customer satisfaction in a business? Is it possible?
All things are possible.
Because customer satisfaction also lies with retention.
Yes.
When your customer is satisfied, I think the percentage of your retention rate increases, and if possible, referrals.
Let me ask you a question. Have you eaten a particular food? When you were done, you were like, hi. It gave you 100% satisfaction. It's very possible. Yes. Very possible for a business.
No. The reason I'm talking in fact of numbers. Let's say we have, okay, let me use this, or let me use mine, Data Basics Hub. Because most times I run a post-satisfaction survey when I train a particular cohort of students, and I ask them questions to find out what topics or models were not learned. Let me say in a cohort, I have 50 students who are registered, and after this customer satisfaction, am I expected to get 100% in numbers, not by using one person?
So it varies. That's the reason why you have your survey you're running, right? So the reason for those survey actually are to get feedback so you can improve in your processes. That's actually the essence. Do you understand? So we're not actually looking at the 100% satisfaction. What we are focusing on is what areas can we improve so we can serve the customer better. Do you understand? So we can be better. Yes. So I think that will be all for the questions. We're going to create a community like we've mentioned so we can provide further coaching and mentoring services, right? So while the training was going on, the man who has graciously made this great gathering possible stepped into the building. Okay. Okay, yes. So finally, before we leave, on behalf of our team, we just want to present a certificate of appreciation to Chairman for the training. So yes. And then, we mentioned something earlier that in this part of our region, how do we greet? So, sir, you now have children from the north. You now have children from... One more time, how do we greet? So, can we stand up on our feet as we make welcome our highly esteemed High Chief Kestin Pondi as he comes up the podium to receive a special certificate of appreciation. I'll read the citation on the certificate we're presenting to him. The certificate is for organizing the Kestin Pondi Business Grant 2025 Business Management and Development Training. And also we're appreciating you for all your benevolent activities that is geared towards the socio-economic development of Nigeria and beyond. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Let's put hands together for our amazing moderator as he comes up.
It is indeed.
Yes, this is a time of honor where the MD, Tantita Security Services, person of High Chief Kestin Pondi, is being awarded a certificate, a award, participating for him being the sole
round of applause as we introduce our high table.
Sole person that has
and
initiated
first on our list,
this
we all know is no other than the man. 1010, we call him the Mandela of Niger Delta. 1010, you pay me 100,000 for that one. And there are other titles. He doesn't like praise singing, so we are going to call. If not, I wrote a PDF of idiomatic expressions to convey that point, but he doesn't like praise singings. So we are just going to introduce him, and his name is High Chief Engineer Kestin Ebimobui Pondi, FNSEFNIIS. He is, as you already know, is the sponsor, the convener of these epoch-making events. And the number 2 on our list is Honorable Chief Kome, who is the ED Finance in the Sopadek. You're very much welcome, sir. It is an honor to have you in our midst. The third is I Chief Boro Opudu, the Shema Delta State Land and Waterway Security, also in the entourage of our great sponsor. Next is Sir Silva. You are very, very welcome, sir. It is an honor to also have you right here. Then the next is Dr. Uche Ufuko. You are very, very much welcome, sir. And there are numerous others in the entourage, and it is indeed a pleasure to have you right here. Moving forward. All right, I am. Definitely. All right, the Shema will be coming next up, but before then, we already know our is it a coach? Is it coach or business? Yes, business coach. While they were talking and they said this is business expert, somebody said Gigi. This is not Gigi, this is serious business. No jokes. Waripo will say no child's play. This is real life, straight up business. And before our boss had to put this together, there was a serious and a thorough thought to empower the youth, as we earlier mentioned. So without waste of time, let's give it up. Welcome the chairman of the panel, Mr. Victor Isereke. A round of applause for him, please.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to wholeheartedly welcome our dear sponsor, our very dear chief. I told you yesterday, himself and many other very active people are the reason why Nigeria is surviving today. Our economy is booming. Did I tell you that? I, Chief Kestin Ebimobui Pondi. Please let's put our hands together for him. He is the MD, Tantita Security Services Nigeria Limited. Oga, we are grateful, sir. Thank you so much. On behalf of all the participants, we want to say thank you because we have not lacked anything we needed to ensure that this program is a success. You make everything available in abundance. If you tell him you need 2 naira, he will give you 4 naira. Please, let's put our hands together for him one more time. So I want to quickly brief you on how far we have come so far. Please, hello sir, can you kill your sound? Thank you. So far, we started this journey on your birthday. That was the 14th of February, 4th of February, sorry sir, 2015. Okay. 2025. My apologies. Before that date, we met and you were like, you want to do something unique. And you graciously commissioned me to set up a team and work out your dream for you. Oga, we are pleased to tell you that today, on your commission, we called for applicants. Over 9,000 people applied. You gave us guidelines with which we are to select 40 persons that will come for physical interview. With your guidelines, we were able to come up with these 40 persons. Also, on your approval, yesterday we gathered here and we made these people pitch their businesses. They did very well. For me, I am very impressed with virtually every one of them. They show that they are passionate about what they are doing. They show that if given the opportunity and more the grant, they will do a lot more for themselves and for society. So, boss, we want to say thank you on behalf of them. Yeah, I've not introduced my team properly to you. You only asked me to go get people work. So today I want to introduce my team to you, sir. We are a team of 10, including myself. We have Mr. Victory Igologbo. Please, Victory, please stand up, please. He's a principal consultant at Life Edge Consulting, which is a business development strategy consulting firm. Mr. Victory, we are grateful on behalf of Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much. Also, we have Madam Blessing Akigbe as part of our team. Madam Blessing is a certified business development expert with a proven track record of supporting micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises. Madam Blessing, we are grateful on behalf of our sponsor. Another member of our team is our dear Dr. Shegun Manuel. He holds a doctorate degree in business administration from the Prowess University in the USA. He has a professional certificate in customer service concepts and strategy from the Metropolitan School of Business and Management, United Kingdom. We are very grateful, sir. Another member of our team is our dear Barry Chukwuemeka. They popularly call him Barry Wonder. Barry is popularly known as Barry Wonder and a seasoned leadership and management resource personnel. We are very grateful on behalf of our sponsor, Mr. Barry. Another member of our team in absentia, but he's here with us. He's probably watching us live on Facebook now. Yeah, he's in the United States of America. He's no other person than Mr. Ibrahim Odugbemi. Mr. Ibrahim, I know you are watching us. We are grateful. He's a dedicated professional with excellent skills and over 10 years of demonstrated commitment to providing services related to media, communication, writing, research, etc. Another member of our team is our dear Ogbona Gideon. Gideon, where are you, sir? Thank you very much, Mr. Gideon. He's an IT specialist. He's also a specialist in cybersecurity. He's a cybersecurity enthusiast and a tech entrepreneur with expertise in digital transformation. Thank you so much, Mr. Gideon, on behalf of our sponsor. Another member of our team is our very dear Dobra Wuriai. He's a PhD candidate in the Department of Conflict, Peace and Strategic Studies at the Afe Babalola University. He is the Principal Secretary to our dear MD, the sponsor. Please let's put our hands together for him. Another member of our team is our very hardworking Madam Ilora Efe. This your name is so difficult to pronounce. Efe has been working tirelessly. I swear she has been working so tirelessly. She is an entrepreneur, business development strategist, event and tech enthusiast, and a media practitioner. We are very grateful, Madam Efe, on behalf of our sponsor. Another member of our team is no other person than our very dear Mr. Tare Magbei. Please, we want to know you. Please, with your hands, wave your hands at us. He's the MD CEO of Daily Reports Nigeria. He has been streaming our programs live, very active with the media. We are very grateful, Mr. Tare. And of course, I'm the number 10 person, your very friend, Mr. Victor Isereka is my name. I am the chairman, Vicite Group of Companies. I hustle every day, like that's my business. Thank you very much. Boss, I want to say thank you. We are very grateful for this opportunity, and we are hoping to hear from you that we have not disappointed you. Then, having said that, we want to go to the next stage of the program. That is, we want to hear from our very dear chairman, our very dear sponsor. But just before you do that, we would like to hear some goodwill messages from people that are here with him before we hear from him. Is that okay by us? So please, you can coordinate that. Why Chairman? Because Chairman need to do something for us very briefly before we finalize.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a very wonderful location, and I, for one, I am very, very much impressed with the amount of work that has been put into this program. Chief Kestin Pondi'S has been a name in almost every household within Delta State and beyond. And cashing into this whole thing to catch young entrepreneurs who are interested in building their life, you know, with the support from this organization is a lot. And I like to, you know, join to applaud the initiative. Having said that, the first person who made a comment, he was talking about the moderator. He talked about the difference between a mentor and a role model. I love that. And he said something. Say, role model, not be person when you go to beg money. When I hear around that time. And therefore, it is somebody who will always be there to teach you, to guide you. That's a mentor, actually. So you can take somebody as a role model. The person may not know. But a mentor is involved with you in your journey to learn. Because you meet him for advice, you meet him for guidance, you meet him for, you know, apart from what we see around us, where people will always want to say, hey, you're my mentor, hey, my mentor. It comes with begging and all of that. So they say if a man teaches you how to fish, he has given you a life skill, right? But if he gives you money to buy fish, he has only fed you for maybe 1 or 2 meals. So this is a great initiative, and my message to all of us is to take it very seriously and let us grow into our dream life with this. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, all. For those of you who are privileged today to be part of this, I will call it an history-making event, because your future begins now. Some of you will do well, and I beg all of you to do well, if you understand what I'm saying. High Chief Kestin Pondi'S, I've known him for a while now, not too long, but what I've gone to realize is a very detribalized person. He does not say this is from here, this is from here. All of us are his family, and I'm privileged to be on his team. And you too, you're welcome on board. Please do well. Thank you. God bless you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Having said, you've heard everything that the two speakers they said. Kestin Pondi'S, when you hear that name, what comes to your mind is greatness. He is a unifier. Like the last speaker said, he welcomes everybody. Whether you are from Urobo, Isoko, wherever you're from. Whether you are from China, whether you are from Italy, he welcomes everybody. And that is why he is a great man that he is. My charge to you today is use this opportunity to be on board. You and I can be like Kestin Pondi'S. He is actually a great man. I call him my best friend because I've learned a lot being very close to him. I used to think I know a lot of things, but when I became very, very close to him, I found out that there are things to learn being around Kestin. He's a loving person, a man with a large heart, a man that loves humanity. So I want to implore all of you to take this as a life-changing opportunity. Thank you, and God bless you.
That's beautiful indeed. So since everyone is saying something, all right, so since our bosses, these are all our leaders, since they have all said something, permit me to also say something. All right, a privilege indeed. So, boss, the sponsor of this great occasion, for the little I also know, is also very intentional. Very, 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 very intentional. Please, a round of applause for him, please. Intentional about everything, actually. Every little thing. Even the ones you actually don't think he's noticing, he's actually noting them. Very intentional. About the growth of people around him, far and wide. That is why we have all gathered here today. And success and well wishes to everyone, and blessed. Please, we are going to permit our DJ, is it DJ or sound system man, to give us a little bit of an interlude to keep us busy as we wait for the sponsor to come and grace us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed. Gracias.
Yes, this is the time we've been waiting for. It is almost time when the grant is being awarded to qualifying participants. Yes, right now, I, Chief Kestin Pondi'S, has put the signature to the grants that will be given to the qualifying participants. Yes, the environment is a bit tensed as what awaits to the people that doesn't get these grants. Anyways, if you are not opportune to get this grant right now, this is an avenue where you can strive to get other opportunities as well. This is not a loss. This is a time for you to thrive as well. You know, opportunity meets those that are prepared. That is the saying. Yes, this is the time, the special time of the moment. Anytime soon, grants will be awarded to qualifying participants. Yes, this is GbaramatuVoiceTV, Best Olowo reporting.
Just now do I not even dey work. See, when you even make time say, even your own wasn't working. Wasn't working. One of them was working.
Make your heart be calm as everything is under control.
Yes, we are still live at the MBB Event Center. This grant is holding at the MBB Event Center, Refinery Road, EFFURUN, Delta State. Yes, if you're just joining this live, this is the time where the grant, the 5 million naira grant, will be given to awarding 20 personnel.
Without being sentimental and judgmental, and of course without offending anyone who thinks differently from my opinion, but rather looking into these serious matters without perspective, distinctions, and views. I honestly think that I have one thing to say, that today is a great day for everyone. In case you are not part of it, there is no problem. There is always a next time. But for the now, all of the grammar, I was just saying that it's a great day. Don't worry. I don't hold the power to say anything here. I'm just to moderate, not even MC. Even the jokes I cracked yesterday, they did not pay me for it. But there is no problem. I will iron that out. I don't have the power to say anything. We are to moderate, but I just need everyone to be calm. Some people are looking anxious and all. Don't worry. God is good. At least some of us went to hotel and relaxed. And my math record was, did us some stuffs yesterday. Math records. Please, I want to be your signee also. Ejo. I can drop some stuffs. Kes boy on the beats. I can do some shaky. Ejo. 2 fingers in the air. Ejo. Let's go there. All right. And then we have some dry cleaning services. The man that wants to take 100 million naira for himself to go and buy a transformer in his hometown so that he will contest for senator. I remember you. Only you want 100 million naira, Oga. That's your political ambition, eh? Don't worry. We are seeing you. And the from Abuja, we see you, sir. Not the man, the people. All right, so please, a round of applause as we welcome the chairman of the panel.
Thank you very much, our dear MC. All right, I want to tell you what's next. We're almost out of here. In a few minutes from now, we are finalizing this activity, our activities. So very soon we'll call up our dear sponsor to announce the winners. It's time for us to know our fate. He will announce the winners, admonish you guys, also make presentation of certificates to all of you, as well as present checks to the winners. So, If you know how to pray, pray now.
Kabash, kabash, kabash.
Are we ready, Gideon? Are we ready?
Yes. This is a time of reflection. We can see
Okay.
it in the faces of the people. We can see tensed faces. We can see happy faces. As the time is near where the award and certificate will be presented to the awarding individuals. Yes, stay tuned and go nowhere for more updates on GbaramatuVoiceTV.
DJ, please. Sound engineer, please. Kill your sound. Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody, again. I want to read the citation of our sponsor, High Chief Engineer Kestin Ebimobowe Pondi'S, FNIIS. High Chief Engineer Kestin Ebimobowe Pondi'S, FNISS, FNNSC, the Ibe Benemowe, the Dikeremowe, and the Ibedemowe of Gbaramatu, Ogunlaha, and Olodiama Kingdoms of Delta and Edo States, respectively, who was born in a small village of Ikpopo in Gbaramatu Kingdom, is the modern-day Warri Southwest local government, Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State. In 1978, is a professional engineer and a public administrator. More so, he's also unapologetically philanthropist and an experienced team leader with an outstanding track record among NOCs and IOCs in Nigeria. A first-class chief in the aforementioned kingdoms with a track record of immense contribution to the emancipation of the people of the Niger Delta, touching lives across the towns and clans of Ijaw ethnic nationality and beyond. Due to his endless efforts to break the new boundaries and chart a better future for his people, Kestin has become a beacon of hope for the entire people of Ijaw ethnic nationality, who are the major aboriginal inhabitants of the coast and creeks of virtually all the states of the Niger Delta region and beyond. He started his primary education at Ikpere Primary School in Ugbo Rodo. However, owing to the harsh economic political climate in Nigeria in those days of the military juntas, his secondary school education was done from place to place. He eventually gained admission into the revered Enugu State University of Science and Technology, Enugu, where he obtained a Bachelor's of Engineering in Civil Engineering. 6 years later, he attended the Premier University of Benin to obtain a master's degree in public administration. That's a good place to clap your hand, everybody. As a successful entrepreneur, Kestin has ventured into many ventures with a tremendous success record. Between 1999 and 2006, he worked as the general manager at Tompolo Nigeria Limited and later as managing director of the company. During this period, he was shuttling between school and work. In 2005, Tantita Security Services Nigeria Limited was established, and he was called upon to run it as managing director, being one of his directors. More recently, under a firm administration, Tantita Security Services Nigeria Limited has been at the forefront of curbing oil theft in the creeks of the Niger Delta region. Alluding to this success of the security firm, Mele Kiari, the group managing director of NNPC Limited, in his speech at the 2023 Oil and Gas Opportunity Fair, proactively put forth by the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, attests to the fact that one of our major problems in the oil sector was oil theft. But that has become a thing of the past because of the use of conventional security and private security, especially Tantita Security Services Nigeria Limited. Oil production has grown from what we used to have to a huge sum, thereby good enough for investors
to invest in the upstream and downstream sectors. In 2006, he established a labor administration